How many total reps do you do in a session? Doesn't really matter what the weight is, but how many reps do you take your body through a given movement? Say you're doing squats today and you want to do 5x5. I don't know why I keep talking about 5x5 like that's my arch enemy. It's not. But it's kind of like the most common exercise program, I guess, for people getting into strength. So say something like 5x5, you do 25 reps. You might do, I don't know, another 25 reps in the lead up to those 25 reps, right? You're warming up, you're doing all sorts of things. So you've got 50 reps under your belt by the end of the session. 50 reps. Do you think that's enough to develop a skill by doing 50 reps 3 times a week? So 150 reps a week. Sitting here thinking about that, and I don't know if that's enough. You know, coming from a different world, a basketball world, very skill-based. Yeah, sure, there are physical attributes required to perform at a higher level. But for the most part, the difference between players and between levels of the game is essentially skill. You know, how well can you perform a given skill? And I remember during those days, man, I remember shooting like 500 free throws every night. I remember that thought going through my head. You know, how quickly can you shoot 10 free throws? How quickly can you shoot 100 free throws? It doesn't take long. 500, whatever. Not that big of a deal. You can get that done really quickly. I don't know why. I don't know why there's no emphasis, it seems, especially for the early stuff that I did. I never read anywhere, okay, we're going to practice the skill. You know, if I got you to do 10 times a particular skill, do you think that's enough time for your brain, for your body, you know, for everything, all the systems to align themselves to get better at that? I don't know if it is, man. Now, I don't know what the number of reps we need to change adaptations in those, brain cells, in those nerve cells, for you to actually get better at a skill. You know, people have talked about the 10,000 hour rule. They've talked about, you need to spend so much time with this particular skill or whatever. But like, I'm thinking to myself, how many reps do you need to perform to actually get better at a skill? A lot of the stuff that I've gained in this program, I think, is skill. You know, I'm not a massive guy. I'm not a giant. And a lot of you guys have said to me, man, you don't actually look that, impressive given the fact that you live this kind of weight. And it's kind of been on my mind for the last few days, these types of statements. And I've replied to a couple of you guys saying, look, it's strength is a neuromuscular expression. It's not just a muscular expression. There's a neural component there. The electricity, the tune of the car is responsible just as much, the dinner plate turbo and the engine and the rest of the hardware. You need tune. You need a computer telling all of these parts, what to do, right? In what sequence, precision, timing. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, like a lot of people that do, the general, let's say beginner or maybe even intermediate, everyone's so focused about the muscular side of things, but not enough focus, I feel, is being placed on the neural component. Just neural component. What you're seeing me here is do something that I've never done before. It rather looks funny, man. I feel like I'm doing some sort of ritual or something. God knows, I look like a chicken. But I did 3 lots of 100, I don't know what to call this, good mornings, RDLs, I don't know what you call it, stiff-legged something. Why did I do it? Well, I wanted to warm up. It's cold morning. It's 4:30 in the morning. You know the drill. And I thought, I just want to get my, hips, hamstrings, adductors, glutes, lower back. I just want to get some blood moving through those particular areas because I feel like that is the most critical point in all of this. The hips, and that's what's caused me the most amount of trouble in the past. So I just did that. Initially I grabbed the bar and I took the bar for like a few reps and I thought, man, this is way too heavy for me to actually relax, feel the stretch. I'm not being relaxed in this position because 20 kilos is still a decent amount of weight. Every bit of weight that you load onto the bar requires a certain type of tension. In a warm-up, I don't want tension. I want to release. I want to, explore these end ranges. Maybe, let go of my core a little bit at the bottom. Kind of like a Jefferson curl. Kind of like just a static hamstring curl. But as soon as you got weight in your hand, like, you tense up. You're worried about slipping a freaking disc and whatever. So I did 3 lots of these. And I can tell you, I felt great. I felt great. Obviously the muscular part is awesome because you got the blood moving around, the temperature of the body is going up. I've woken up, But also, like, I am doing a hip hinge movement for a lot of damn reps. A lot of damn reps. I did more hip hinging in one of these sets than somebody does essentially half a week of training. And I'm thinking about that and I'm like, I don't know if that's right. I don't know if it's right that we don't take our body through these ranges of motion more often. The calisthenics world, man, like, they do a lot of reps. It's all about reps, reps, reps. I saw a video the other day of prison inmates, absolutely jacked, and all they do is reps. It's a mystery to me how those guys get so damn buff and strong or whatever. Whether they're pumping steroids in the prison, somehow smuggle it in. I don't really know, but just there's a value in reps. And I guess in the last month or so, all I've ever been thinking about is just reps. Let's just get them reps in. Get reps, get reps, get reps. Because this is the funny thing about reps, man. Your muscular part of the strength expression, I said neuromuscular, is strength. Well, reps addresses the muscular part, doesn't it? That's what bodybuilders do, man. They just go for reps. They talk about 8 to 12 reps or whatever, but, a lot of people do 20, sometimes 30 reps on certain exercises. High reps. They accumulate a lot more volume than your typical powerlifter does. A lot of volume. So reps, 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 reps. But at the same time, reps also cater to the neuro part of that neuromuscular expression. Because what are we saying about neuro? Practice. Practice. So practice, right? So we're getting everything done with these damn reps, man. We are getting practice and we're getting a shit ton of reps. So the strength part is done, the neural part is done, the neuromuscular expression is done with just high reps. So what's missing? If you think about that 5x5 typical program that a beginner or intermediate is doing, what are they doing? They're doing 25 reps 5x5. So they're not getting a lot of reps done. Okay, so they're not taking care of their tissue. And they're not getting a lot of practice in. So they're failing on both of those things that we are saying that a strength expression is neuromuscular. So I'm failing to see what the benefit is of just always freaking grinding that 70 to 85% weight. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Have these people misled us for so long? Is it just maybe they are doing something different and then selling us this shit? And then saying, oh yeah, you got to spend all of your life between 70 and 85%. And here we are snapping our spines, not seeing progress. Well, some of us, I don't want to say not seeing progress, but in my experience, I feel like reps, every time I've done reps, I feel great, man. The bar moves better. I feel stronger. I feel healthier. I'm sleeping better. My appetite is opened up. I'm happier. My body composition is looking better. I look more aesthetic. It's just positive, 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 positive everywhere. I'm not saying that as a power lifter, you shouldn't touch heavy weight. Of course, that is the sport, man. You have to be able to load up 95, 100% of your 1 rep max and move it, whatever. But I think that's a tiny part of the percentage of somebody's training life. Tiny. Think about it this way. Of all the time Steph Curry has been a basketball player, how much of his time has been spent playing the game? Like having an NBA game. Think about that, man. If you were to put in all the damn hours this man has put into his craft, how many of those hours were spent on an NBA court? On a basketball, regulation game, playoff finals? How many? I think you will find it will be very, very small percentage. Because these guys spend hours upon hours upon hours every single day working on their craft, doing things, shooting drills, dribbling drills, in the gym, pumping weights, doing all these types of things to make them better. That's an interesting thing to me. It occurred to me today because I don't know, man. I felt like I was doing the right thing by doing these body weight, whatever the hell they are, stiff-legged good mornings, whatever they are. Just getting those reps in. Just telling my hips, this is what we're supposed to do, man. Just hip extension. Just keep on banging out this movement. This is half of the damn movements that we're trying to do. The only other component we're not doing is a knee bend. Hip extension, knee bend. Basically covers the squat and the deadlift. I'll tell you another story. Wherever I look in my training history, I've been doing this for 930 odd days now, right? And I'm telling you the lessons I've learned over and over again throughout different pockets of this training. And same damn patterns are arising and slapping me in the face. Bang, bang. You keep on slapping me. I'm like, shit, man. I'm not an Einstein, but goddamn, man. Like, you keep getting slapped with the same damn information. You open your eyes, man. So that time that I hit 140 kilos in the bench press, this happened like two and a half years ago now, right? Like, whatever. If you go back to day 140 or 130, I can't even remember, man. You'll see it in a week. I did like 130, 135, 140 in the space of a week on the bench press. And I was like laughing in this video. And I was like, I'm onto something, blah, 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 I'm onto something. I was so much onto something, I think what drove me away from the bench press, because I was like, I want to take this, I want to put it into the squat, because I really want to drop my squat. It was something like that. I can't remember exactly the feeling back then was, and you guys know how I am hot and cold about bench press. But let me tell you this. Pavel Tsatsouline, blah, blah, blah. Here we go again. I keep talking about this guy like he's my own freaking dad. But Grease in the Groove, I got inspired again over the damn Grease in the Groove methodology. And I was like, I want to do that on the background of a squat everyday program. I want to incorporate for the upper body just doing Grease in the Groove push-ups. So what did I do? I did a shit ton of push-ups. Shit ton. I'm talking about some days like 15 sets or 20 sets throughout the day. What did I do? I think my max back then was like 30. So I was doing something like 15 push-ups or something along these lines. 15, 20 push-ups spaced out, many different sets throughout the day. Some days will be like 10 sets. Some days will be 5 sets. Some days will be 15 sets. Some days will be 20 sets. I did that for like a month, I believe. And I made a couple of videos about it. Grease in the Groove videos. Anyway, I got to, I think, a maximum of like almost, I think it was 69 reps I got to a max. And I made mistakes with that as well because I was trying to experiment within the Grease in the Groove parameters or how to go about it. But all of that led me to just not even thinking about it, but the bench started moving like crazy. My bench press started moving like damn crazy. I'm like, what's going on, man? What's going on? 130, 135, 140. I started feeling so damn strong in the damn bench press. And what was I doing? What is that percentage that I was using for my working sets, right? 0. There was no weight on the bar, man. I'm doing body weight stuff. And what was going on there? Did I put on mass? I don't think so. Did I put on a huge amount of muscle? Nah, man. I think the whole thing about Grease in the Groove is the neuro, right? The neuro. That's what I was thinking. Probably also some muscular changes were happening. I didn't put on mass, but my muscles started doing something. I don't know. 140 just happened. I reckon if I continued that, I would have continued the progress. If I up the volume of these Grease in the Groove sets, if I just try to sneak that up somehow. So the summary of all of this training, all of the positive periods that I've had in my training, it's always about the damn reps. I started doing a set of 50 with squat, I hit 200. I started doing bodyweight squats, I hit 212 kilos. I started doing push-ups, a whole bunch of push-ups, I hit a PR on 140. Every single time I've done something along these lines, I've gotten stronger. In my mind, I feel like this is case closed. I need to get out here and go to work. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate everyone in the Patreon list and the comments. I've got a few busy days here, guys, so I'm not really all that active in the comments, but I will catch up and I'll get back to you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.